Sometimes you can just see a team's destiny coming. Players start hitting more difficult shots. They start making smarter plays. They start playing better defense as a unit and less as individuals. And you can see other teams struggling more against them. The New Orleans Pelicans looked that way to me. The Pelicans, a group littered with players who hadn't even been to the playoffs, battled against the top-ranked team in the NBA and forced the Game 6. Now, a lot changed when Devin Booker got hurt, but you could just start to see a shift in young stars' competitiveness as the series went on. Now, we've seen this before. The Pelicans team can be compared to the 2009-2010 OKC Thunder. The Thunder pushed the top-ranked Lakers in their first playoff appearance to a 6-game series. Now, the Pelicans don't have the talent level of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, so don't get me wrong there. But they do have team depth, 2 reliable stars, and a third who may be the best of them all waiting to come back from injury. The Pelicans entered the playoffs 10 games under 500. Now, naturally, you might think, 10 games under 500, sounds like this team just overachieved. What are you talking about? Well, for most of the year, the Pelicans were just led by Brandon Ingram, and their record suffered with just one young star heading the competition. I mean, they started the season 1-12, but then at the trade deadline, everything changed. The Pelicans got CJ McCollum, and they no longer were that losing team. We all knew how good CJ McCollum was and is. We've seen him in the Western Conference Finals before with Portland. But his addition went further than I initially thought it would. With 2 stars, this group gained more confidence, and that allowed them to rally past the Spurs and the Clippers in the play-in games. And the Pelicans were slated against the Suns. But New Orleans didn't back down in the playoffs. They even stole 2 games, one on the road, and it took historic games by Chris Paul to beat the Pelicans in the playoffs. And he did again in the closeout Game 6, where the Pelicans momentarily looked to have the Suns on the ropes. Paul set another NBA record by making all 14 of his shots from the floor, something that hadn't been done since Wilt Chamberlain did it many decades ago. But even withstanding Paul's performance, the Pelicans only trailed by 3 points in the final minute, and they made all the right plays. They fouled when they needed to, they scored at the rim when they needed to, they just couldn't get that final 3-pointer to fall. So they were just 2 possessions away from a Game 7 with the best team in the NBA. And it wasn't all Ingram and McCollum. The Pelicans have a great rookie class. This season, only 4 rookies played 100 or more minutes during the first round. The Pelicans had 3 of the 4, Alvarado, Herb Jones, and Trey Murphy. They all stepped up when they were needed the most. And to have rookies do what they did in that series against the best team is not normal. And their confidence has to be sky high. And now they have another offseason to get even better. And their youth gets even better for the Pelicans. Of the 10 Pelicans players who played 50 or more minutes in this series, 6 are 24 years old and younger. And that doesn't include Zion Williamson or Kyra Lewis Jr., who are both injured. And of those 10 players, Jackson Hayes is the only contract the Pelicans have to worry about this offseason. I mean, it couldn't be a better situation. With Coach Willie Green and a young group of stars, the Pelicans have laid the foundation of a team that is primed to make a lot of noise in years to come. And as long as they can keep this group together, I, for one, am already a believer. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I have a podcast called Rip Jersey. Follow that, add it to your playlist. Listen to it wherever you can. Thanks for watching again. Peace.